The next thing I picked up is this Sephora. Oh, what is this? Okay. I should probably know what I bought. Geez, stuff. Okay. Hey you guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a Sephora haul. It is that time to do a Sephora haul. It's been quite a bit of time and there were quite a few things that I needed to pick up and replenish in my makeup collection. So I decided that it was somehow necessary for me to spend money. I don't know. So if you guys haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. That way you guys are up to date with my tutorials. You guys can also follow me on my social media. Just to mention, I just got Snapchat. If you guys already follow me on my social media, you guys know that. I just got it. I don't know how to use it. I'll be completely honest. Thank you to all of you guys who have already given me tips and tricks on how to use it. I have no idea how to use it, but I'm going to try and I'm going to do my best. If you guys want to see my Sephora haul and see the goodies that I got from everything that I've purchased here recently, then let's just keep watching. Alright you guys, so we are going to get in the dirty and get started. So the first thing we're going to jump into, and I'm really just going to jump right through it, is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea collections. I've done a full-on review on both of these things. This here is the Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette, and this here is the eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to spend too much time on these things just because I have a full-on review and swatch video of each item, which I will link down below if you guys want to see a full-on review on it or you guys are wondering more about it. So far my kind of overview thoughts is the eyeshadow palette's okay. The highlight palette though, it's top notch. I would definitely recommend the highlight palette. That thing is incredible. I have been obsessed with it. I have been loving it here recently. So definitely would check that out. Make sure to check out my videos if you guys wanted to know more about it. But let's move into the next thing. The next thing I purchased is finally got my hands on it. Now, I purchased the Dr. Brandt Pores No More, and I'm that kind of person where this thing is like $45. Let's just keep that in mind. This thing is $45, and if I put this like in my cart, I will go through, purchase what I need from Sephora, and I'll sit there and I'm like, do I really need it? Do I really need it? So it's been kind of one of those things that have been into my move list, or my wish list. Finally, I was at Sephora. They had it in like that skincare aisle. You know, where it's like the best sellers right now, and it was on there and it was the last one, and I was like, that's it, I'm getting it. So I finally bought it. I have gone through so many deluxe size samples of this stuff. This stuff's incredible. I really like it. I've heard mixed reviews about it. A majority of the reviews I have heard that a lot of people do like it on Sephora. It is highly rated. I think the one thing I love about this is kind of a little, it's more pricier than like the Benefit Professional. It's got a very distinct smell. Doesn't linger in my opinion, but for me, it really does minimize my pores. As somebody who's oily combo person, it really minimizes the pore areas where I tend to have most of my oils kind of pull out, you know, like right in this area, in my T-zone area, but mostly right here. So yes, I'm obsessed with this thing. It has been amazing so far, and I'm sure you guys have seen it in a couple of my tutorials already. The next thing I picked up is another De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. This isn't really anything new. I just picked it up because I actually ran out of it. This was one of my essentials that I ran out of. Okay, so the next thing I purchased is this Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops. I have seen this a few times. They have a couple different ones. They have like this one, which is like the goldish tone, like the yellow gold tone one. They have a couple, I think they have a pink one too. I don't know. They didn't have very many left when I was there. The reason that I went with this one right here is because a majority of the highlights that I own already are more so gold tone than anything. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna pick one, which one should I get? Well, it makes sense to get the one that kind of blends or kind of, you know, works well with all the others. So this is what it is right here. Super pigmented. I put way too much on my hand, but this is it right here. It's like, it's just a gold luminizer. You can add it to your foundation. You can add it to your tops of your cheekbones. You can add it to your skincare routine, whatever it is. It's just gonna luminize your skin. If you guys know like the Josie Maran one, I think Josie Maran makes one. I own it and I'm almost out of it. I bought it so that I could really utilize it with my highlighters, so I can make that highlight pop a little more, but I will probably use it more so in the summer just to add a little bit of glow to my foundations, especially my matte ones. This was like such an impulse purchase. I've never owned a NARS lipstick. I feel like I'm a little cheapy when it comes to lipsticks. Like I'm like, nah, I don't need it. It's $20, I don't need it. No. But more so lately, I have been diving into the high-end line, and I decided to finally pick myself up a NARS lipstick. And the only reason I picked it up is because it was sitting right there as I walked in, and I like literally grabbed it and I was like, impulse buy, totally need it. I swatched it once and I was like, totally good, I'm done. This is NARS's lipstick. This is in Rose Cliff. This is, oh my god, it's just so pretty. This is what it looks like right here. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let me swatch it right here. Oh my god, though, look at that. That is so incredibly beautiful, you guys, like so incredibly beautiful. I just really, I mean, you know, it's not like I need another nudish lipstick. This one is more pink nude, which I don't own. I tend to lean towards the brown nudes. This is pink nude, so I feel like it's totally different than anything I own. But definitely an impulse purchase. It is very far and seldom do I ever just swatch a lipstick and immediately buy it, ever. And this one was like one of them. And I also like it too because it's not a matte. It's kind of like, it's got a little bit of sheen to it. So it's a buildable lipstick, but it's not that full matte, which I was like, that is a perfect everyday lipstick for me. So finally purchased my first NARS lipstick. A couple of my friends were like, girl, you are so late to that bandwagon. I'm like, yeah, I know. But anyways, so the next thing I purchased is this Tarte Tarteist lip paint. The one I got is in Adorbs, and the reason I got this one is because I recently have been like, okay, I don't really own very many pink lipsticks. I really need to get on that bandwagon. That way in springtime I have tutorials that I can throw out for you guys that are gonna like offer those pinky kind of lips and everything. So I was like, let's find a pink lipstick. And I really like the one from their line. It's called TBT. It's beautiful. Check that one out too. But this one, I mean, you can't get any more hot pink than this. I mean, this is incredibly hot pink. And I was like, well, there it is. There's the hot pink that I needed. It's exactly what I needed. Probably a little too much brighter than what I needed, but I'm excited to see how I'm gonna play with that. So the next thing I picked up is this another pink liquid lipstick. This is one of the Sephora lines. This one is number 7, and I believe this is Cherry Blossom, I wanna say. It's like a rose petal pink, very pretty, not as bright as that Adorbs, but still very vibrant, perfect for like the spring, summertime. So I already got my 2 lipsticks down. The next thing I picked up is this Too Faced Sweetheart Perfect Flush Blush. Wasn't planning on buying this, honestly. I've seen these around. These aren't really new. I want to say this color may be new. This is in Something About Berry. I ended up picking this one up because I swatched a couple of the other ones and I had always walked by them. The packaging is super cute. I think that's the only thing that really ever intrigued me when I would walk by it was the packaging, but there was a couple of them that I had swatched. Maybe it was Candlelight or something. I don't remember what it was, but I swatched one of them and it was super glittery, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. This one I swatched because my mom was like, Steph, swatch it, it's so pretty, and I was like, I don't know. And then she swatched it and I was like, what is on your hand? And she's like, it's this one. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting it now. And it's like this. It's a bright pink. It doesn't have as much glitter as the other ones. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy that they came out with a new color. I don't know if it's new though, but this one's just one I hadn't swatched, I guess I should say. So let's move into the last thing, because the last thing is what really is the whole reason why I even did an online purchase. So I had a Z palette, and about a week ago, I'd say, about a week ago, I was doing a tutorial for you guys and I had my Z palette like sitting on the table. And typically when I do tutorials for you guys, I will like put up the pot and show you guys instead of pulling out my entire Z palette. Well, I don't know what happened. I must have knocked it because all of a sudden I see it just fly to the floor. And this isn't the first time this has happened. A lot of the times my Z palette can't hold the bottom of some, like the pans can't be held as strong. And I've tried using different magnets, the magnets that came with the Z palette. I will take it and put it underneath it. Just some of them don't stick very well. Like I said, the other day I moved it, apparently it fell, and I broke about 10 eyeshadows. Max, Anastasia, and I think a Makeup Geek. I broke them. I was so mad. I was so livid because it's not the first or the second time that this has happened with me with my Z palette. And I mean, it won't even drop. It'll just like, it'll be sitting like in my makeup drawer and it'll tilt the wrong way and it'll like, the pans will fall out. So when I go to open it, if I'm not careful, the pans will fall out or it'll start crumble. So I was really disappointed in it. Luckily, that same day I found on Instagram, somebody had posted that the Makeup Forever palettes were out. And I was like, what's the worst that can happen? It was $14 or something like that. I want to say it was $14. And they said that, they said that these are really, really big. So I was like, ooh, well, let's try this. Picked it up. This thing is huge, you guys. And let me tell you, I'm obsessed with it. So this is what it looks like right here. Like I said, this thing is huge. I don't know if you have to keep the foam on it, but I do like it. It came with like a foam piece, so I have kept the foam on it. Let me tell you, not one of these has an issue moving around. I'm just really, really impressed with this. Like I said, this thing is like $14. This thing is awesome. They say that it sells out all the time because I went to try to buy another one and it was sold out. So if you guys can get your hands on it or you guys see it, definitely pick it up. The one thing that I read in some of the comments on Sephora was that they didn't like that it didn't have like a see-through case in it. To me, that doesn't matter as long as my shadows are protected at this point. I'm just happy that they're not moving around. Like, let me just show you in comparison. This is my Z palette right here. I mean, look at how much bigger it is. It's just incredibly bigger. It makes me feel like I need to go out and buy more shadows because I need to fill this pan up. So if you guys can get your hands on it, I will link it down below. And then I think on Sephora, you can like click on it to email you when it comes in stock. I would definitely recommend it. For $14, that is amazing. So that is my Sephora haul. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, weekend, night, day, whatever it is. I hope you guys have a wonderful whatever it is to you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.